right. Hello, everybody. It is Sunday night, so it's time for another card tutorial. All right. Let me get this set up. For another card tutorial. Ooh. If you're jumping on, give me a shout out. Let me know that you're here watching. Good. As I said, happy Sunday. If you're a mom, happy Mother's Day. That can be puppies, that can be kittens. It doesn't really matter. Hey, Susan, thanks for joining. If not, I'm sure there's someone special in your life, so make sure and celebrate you. So this is Tara. I'm with Tarabeth Stamps. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in mid-Missouri, and I appreciate you joining me on Sunday night. Today we are going to do a pretty easy card, and I've done a whole lot of preparation for this one just because I didn't think you guys wanted to hear the heat embossing and all that jazz. So what we're using today, and I got to tell you guys, my table is awful. Hey, Lori, thanks for joining. This is the Darling Details bundle that's available in the annual catalog right now on page 68. So you can see there's some gorgeous, fun images, but what really gets it is the die set. So I'm going to pull out the die set and show you what it entails. So these are some great dies. Both of these are like border cutout dies for the cards. They're not really borders. I guess it's like cutouts that you can do in the center. And so the cool thing is they just leave a really beautiful perforated edge around. So you've got to cut your cardstock to the size that you want and then use the die. And you can see that I didn't get that little pokey out. There you go. Get rid of that. So these are gorgeous. This is your, hey Mary, thanks for joining. This is your border die. Look at the eyelets on this. Absolutely adorable. This is a fun set. So then you've got your little flowers as well as your leaf die cuts. So this is going to be a fun set that I think you're going to see a lot of really great cards with this year. So I brought in the, I think it's Masterfully Made. Yeah, Masterfully Made DSP. That's got some gorgeous new colors in it. And this page is my favorite out of the whole thing. But that's a really beautiful DSP set. So here is today's card, just a super simple card. And let's get to it. All right, so I had a piece of white cardstock here laying out on this disgusting table that I promise I'm going to clean tonight because it is in such bad shape. Do you guys ever craft and your space just gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, and the next thing you know, you're just sitting there with like this little bitty circle that you're trying to work out of? That's the way my desk has been all week. I was in Texas for 3 or 4 days. And so, yeah, it hasn't been cleaned. I did some stamping last week with some friends somewhere else. And so, yeah, it's been a disaster. So, what we're going to do is I am going to bring out, there is the outline die, and here is the fill-in. So this is a distinctive stamp, so you're going to get that lighter shade variation with these stamps. And so I'm going to do my large one with some berry burst, but I'm going to stamp off that center, or that fill-in die, not die, stamp. So I'm doing some berry burst. So berry burst is one of those color refresh that Stampin' Up brought back. I've got to say, I feel like I was part of Stampin' Up when Berry Burst was out, but I didn't use it a lot. I think it was in its last year, because it was an in color, but it was that last year, because it was with Call Me Lucky or Lucky Clover or something like that. All right, so there's that. And Blueberry Bushel, which they brought back as well. All right, so you'll see that I did some kind of odd colors this time. The Berry Burst and Sweet Sorbet aren't really something that I would have normally picked to go together, but these are colors from the DSP pack. I think I'm going to restamp that. See if we can come up with a little better. I want it to be lighter, but I don't want it to be too light. There we go. So I'm using Sweet Sorbet and Berry Burst. I'm just lining that right up on the top. That one a little crooked, so we made third time's the charm. Is that what's going to be today? I may have to get more paper out here. All right, so normally I like to do the fill in. There we go, that's perfect. Oh, I need to wash it. And then I'm bringing in my favorite orange, pumpkin pie, in here. And then we'll make some leaves as well. So yeah, I don't think I would have put Sweet Sorbet and Berry Burst together on my own. But that's what the DSP did. And I think it turned out really cute. I like the colors. So my baby girl came home today. That's twice in a week she came home. I'm feeling a little spoiled on this mama's side. She's going to be graduating in December with her degree in... Oh no, I'm frozen. Tell me if I'm back. Can you guys hear me? All right, I'm going to keep going. Hopefully. Okay, I'm getting hearts, so I'm thinking that you guys can hear me. I hope that's the case. Oh, good. We're good. Thank you, Karen. All right, so now I've got some shaded spruce. And maybe I might have another little piece of basic white. Oh, here's the basic white that I already had cut out for this. There we go. Like I said, this table is a disaster. All right. Let's get the ink out of the way, and then we'll do a little die cutting. So I've got the boho blue machine out here. Now remember, this one's available again. I haven't seen that it's sold out. So if you don't have a mini die cut machine, this is the one you want to grab. Super fun. Because it's a fun color. All right. Now, you'll see that I need some new plates for this bad boy because these are looking a little rough. I usually have my nice little plates here that I use. But this time, because my room's such a disaster, I can't find them. Can't find the good plates. All right. Let's see if we can set these up and do just a couple of swipes through here. Maybe I can get by with 2 or 3. Nope, that's not gonna work. All right. And I like to clamp this down before I start rolling it. And that way I get a good cut and there's no shifting. All right. So there's one. And here's another. Now I think we can do my leaf over here. And I wonder if I already have my other leaf, because I think I cut an extra one when I was doing my card. Hey Vicki, thanks for joining. Happy Mother's Day to ya. I hope your family did something amazing for you. There's that. And we'll do one more leaf and then we'll get on with the assembly of the card. So we'll do this. So yeah, this is a fun little machine to take. If you're traveling at all, you know, you have a bunch of people that like to snowbird and take their campers for the winter, or got another friend that goes to Florida. This is a good little thing to just pack with your crafts, and you've got it made in the shade. All right, I lied. I'm going to do one more cut because I want 3 of these leaves. All right. But it folds up really nice and small. You can get almost all the dies through here for the most part, because it is 4 inches wide, I believe. Let's see how wide it is. Or not, because my ruler's gone. I bet it's buried under a bunch of crap. What do you think? I should take pictures and post it online, but I'd be too embarrassed for anybody to see it, because it's so terrible. All right, so now I think we're ready to do just a little bit of assembly work. So what I've done is I've already cut a piece of Misty Moonlight, and this is cut at 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. And then I did the die cut. This is one of them I would recommend on any die machine that you're using. I would cut it twice. I would roll it through and then roll it back through, just because these little eyelets are kind of hard. They're a little resistant. And sometimes they've cut perfect, and other times they're a little testy. So I have found that if you run it through twice, you can get a pretty good job. Then I dry embossed a piece of basic white with the, I don't know what you call this pattern, from the basic dies. Are you guys, oh, I hope you guys are getting this, from the basic embossing folder set. So you get 3 of these. These are available as online exclusives. This is my favorite embossing folder of all time. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so what we're gonna do, and what's really cool about this one is both sides are beautiful. So I think I'm gonna use the emboss side. And what I'm gonna do is take, if I can find it, which I cannot, I was gonna take my silicone mat and do a little bit of liquid adhesive, but we're just gonna be careful. And I'm just doing a real thin line around the eyelids of the Misty Moonlight. And you can tell that's a super thin line. Then I'm gonna take my basic white that's embossed and put it over and make sure I've got a small edge around here, but you can see the white all the way through here. So let's go ahead and put this on our card base. So I've got a piece of Night of Navy cut at 4 1/4 by 11, and then scored at 5 1/2. And we are gonna put this right in the center. And I'm gonna take some Stampin' Dimensionals, and I have some black ones here. I do like to use the black ones anytime I'm using some dark cardstock, just because I think it blends a little better. So it doesn't necessarily have to be black that you're working with, but I think the navy is good too. All right, pull this off and then flip it over, and I'm gonna center this up as well as I can. Make sure that I've got a good, nice edge around everything for the card front. Okay, so then let's see if I have any basic white. Oh, I do. Here we go. All right, so I have some white Stampin' Dimensionals, and these are just the minis. And I use the minis and the big ones interchangeably. Obviously, sometimes the minis you have to use because you've got that smaller project. And I'm just gonna put it right there in the corner. All right, so you can see this flower, it's only like 2/3 of it. But if you put it underneath your other flower, it looks like the full thing. So it actually works out well. So I'm gonna take liquid adhesive for these little flowers. Just put a little bit on there. And with my tweezers, I'm just gonna slide that under and pull it out so that you can, that flower's peeking right out from under there. Now let's take a little bit of the greenery And slide it under there. And basically when you're doing this, you just want to go ahead and, oh, there's a thunderstorm. That must be why my internet's all jacky. I bet anything that's what's going on. So we've got some thunderstorms moving through. So I apologize for the connection, you guys. All right. Here we go. Put that there. And do I want another one here? I really think that's all I want. All right, so there's our card front for the most part. I have taken the Cheerful Daisies dies, and I used this little guy right here to cut some Night of Navy that I heat embossed Happy Birthday with. I used my Versamark and I heat embossed that. So I did that beforehand because I don't think you guys want to listen to my heat gun. Stay safe. Mary, you stay safe. When are you head out? Mary is heading across the pond to experience an amazing vacation. I'll be living vicariously through her. I can't wait. All right, so there is my sentiment. Okay, now I've got a package of these ombre matte decorative dots that we're going to put on here. So this is beautiful because if you look at it, you kind of have more than one color in each one, and that's kind of like why I like the ombres. So you have like navy over here, but this is more the misty moonlight over here on this side. And then right in the middle, it's almost like blueberry bushels. So it gives you, you know, here's your calypso coral. There's pale papaya, if you ask me. Oh, how I miss you, pale papaya. All right, so we're going to use a couple of these big ones. And I'm going to set that one right there. This time on Tuesday, holy cow, that's like 48 hours. I'd be a nervous ball of mess right now. I don't do well until I get all the way through TSA, and then I'm good for any vacation. But I hate dealing with TSA and all the, you know, just want to get there. All right, so here is our card front. How gorgeous is that? I think it's really pretty. And then I have a piece of basic white to go on the inside, and somewhere I carefully set, oh, here it is. Ooh, I have a strip of that Masterfully Made DSP. And I'm just going to do a little bit of liquid adhesive, even though I'm not really that much of an adhesive girl. Ooh, there was another big crash, you guys. My baby girl didn't get out of here a minute too soon, it sounds like. I hope she's not driving in it. All right, there we go. So this piece is going to go on the inside. And I will set that there. And there it is. How gorgeous is that? Super fun, very easy. You can do this with so many different colors. Now, and so this is one of those cards that doesn't use very much DSP, which is kind of different than what I normally do. I usually let the paper do the talking. All right, I'm going to glue a little bit of this gorgeous Masterfully Made DSP on the outside of a basic white envelope. I'm going to give it a quick trim here. All right, so let me know if there's something you want me to use that's in the new catalog that you've seen that you don't know if you exactly, you love it, but yet you're having problems create with it. Give me a shout out. Let me know you want me to make a project with it. I'll see what I can do, because I'm always looking for ideas. All right, so here is tonight's card, just another gorgeous birthday card. The sentiments on the darling Darling Details. There's a couple of different ones. Hello, friend, just note, thank you. So this is one of those great sets that will be really perfect for, you know, that new beginner or somebody that doesn't have a whole lot of stamps in their arsenal to make these beautiful cards. So this is Tara with Tarabeth Stamps. I appreciate you joining me on Sunday night, and I will see you next week.